Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me doing an extra premium problem. If you're watching it from the future, I guess every time anyone watching it is from the future. You can't really watch this in the past. But yeah, it's just gonna be me trying to do a problem I haven't done before. So yeah, a premium one. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you're doing anything along. And yeah, let's pick a random one. And let's go. Don't have a difficulty. Maybe I should have a difficulty constraint. Let's take a look, because now we have a hard one. So I don't know if I'm ready for a hard one, but sometimes in life you just do what you have to do. All right, let's take a look. 2307, check for contradictions in equations. You're given a 2D array equations and an array of real numbers where equations of sub I is equal to a sub I, b sub I, and y sub I is equal to okay. Very weird way of giving it. Why not just give it in the same thing? But okay. Determine if there exists a contradiction. Okay. Oh, and it's using floats because why not? All right. I mean, so there are only 100 equations, which means, in theory, there's only at most 200 variables. So you can do something like n cubed. Maybe that'll be a little bit getting it tight. Of course, in that case, it wouldn't be necessary n cubed, because in that case there'll be no checking because there's only one for each one. There are a couple of ways you can do this for sure. I'm trying to think which way is the easiest way. I mean, at the end, it's going to be some variation of Floyd-Warshall and or Bellman-Ford. I'm just trying to think which one is easier. I think Bellman-Ford is kind of easier, but basically the idea behind this problem, and maybe Floyd-Warshall is easier to understand, but basically this is checking the transitive closure, right? Because basically if I mean, maybe that's not quite the right way mathematically to say it. But basically you're checking A and B has a relationship and B and C has a relationship. You're checking to see whether A and C has the correct relationship. This is an annoying problem, but it's not that bad. I think this kind of problem, I would say, is probably a little bit too tricky for interviews, but I think this would actually be a good, I was going to say this is going to probably be a good advent of code problem difficulty, and I don't know if I haven't already, like I think maybe I've already seen either this or something similar. So yeah. Okay, so let's kind of pause everything, right? I'm just going to convert these to integers. That's the way that I think it's a little bit easier, maybe. Right. And then now get name, right? Maybe I'll just cache it because why not? Well, maybe not even. It's fine. If name not in lookup name is equal to length of lookup. I think that's fine. Yeah, and then now for x, y in equations, we can do a get of x, get and y. This is a no op, just to kind of populate the lookup, so it doesn't actually get the thing. But then now we can do n is equal to length of lookup, right? And then now we can set it up real quick. Now we can say, I always use M for matrix. Maybe that's not true actually. But yeah, but none, n times n for, right? Oh, what am I doing? No. Do the equations first. I have to do it again. Now we can do, I guess I don't need to do, well, I mean, I need to do it this way only so that I can do the n here much easier. Otherwise, I don't know how to do it. Maybe get x, get y is equal to, oh, we have to zip this, I suppose, which is always I don't know, this is a very weird. Why don't they just give it to us in one thing? I guess maybe in some languages it's a little bit harder. Maybe this is fine. This is fair. Yeah, okay. Right. I think this is just one overview, right? Alright. This is the part that we'll experiment together. I want to write something like this, right? And then this is where we do the closure of the thing, but we have to be careful about it, right? So this is how would I phrase this? I mean, it's not that hard. You just have to be careful, right? So if all three of them are not none, then we have to define it, right? So I guess there are only three. All right. So maybe if something like and then if this is the case, then we want to say I don't know if this is multiply or whatever. We'll have to work out. We'll check this. I'm just kind of writing it for now. If mj is none, otherwise maybe if this is not none, and we have to assert that this is the case, right? Okay, let me rewrite this. If this is not none, then and we have to get the operations right. I haven't checked that yet. This is a placeholder. If this is not true, then we return false. Except for that's not quite right because these are floating points, right? So you actually want to let's just say move something around, move this to the other side, right? And then now because this is floating points, you want to get this to be 10 to -5. Okay, right? So basically you want to change this is, oops, how did that happen? What is going on? Oh, that's right. I have to reboot my computer. Some of my stuff is a little bit weird, but right. If this is not true, right? Otherwise, we set it to this. Is this good enough? I mean, we have to kind of. Oh, I have to do like set this as equal to 1 for itself. So I don't know. If nothing, I feel like I forgot about that a few times, but at least now I'm getting it pretty quickly. I have to think about what this is, right? So basically, let me actually think about this. I just kind of, like I said, this is placeholder. So m sub I of k is equal to some f sub I divided by f sub k, right? So then m of kj is f of k divided by f of j. So then now f I see f is equal to so that means that multiplying should be right then, right? Because then now is this multiplied by this is equal to this, right? Okay. So then why is this false? ij look. We don't actually use the lookup actually, do we? I mean, I guess we do here. We just don't look at it again. Now we're just doing a little bit light debugging. Oh no. Wait. Oh, lookup is not right. Look. Okay. Well, no naming then. I need to create a reverse lookup table, but yeah. Huh. Why is it returning? Am I return? Oh no, I am returning true, and it should be false, not the other way. I misread the output. Am I doing something weird? A is going to be 1, B is going to be the second one. So then A over B is 3. Okay, that's right. And A over C, is that 1.5? Is that right? A point C is 1.5, okay. Okay, I mean, this looks good. Why is there... Oh, this is saying whether there's a contradiction. That feels like a double negative. There is a contradiction if this is too... Okay, so I just kind of maybe misread this. But I don't know if this is right, to be honest. But it is more right because I just literally returned the opposite. Let's give it a spin. I'm not super confident just because I think there is some nuance that I'm missing. But I am lazy, so we'll just submit. Okay, there we go. Okay. The problem is that this is annoying to I output false, even though there should be one. This is an... Oh. The same thing is in the same thing twice. Huh. And also, I guess this thing, but... which I don't check for per se, I just kind of hard-coded. So I have to really read some of these inputs. These numbers are kind of the same. But, I don't know. All right, we have to check for that, I suppose. Okay. I have to reboot my thing because I have to remap some of my keys. Oh, nope. Right, but we have to check for it first, right? All right, let's define a equal function so we don't have to keep on doing it. All right. Yeah, it seems like there are a lot of cases. A lot of random edge cases, so yeah. Okay, so if is not none, then we have to check it. We only need to check one, I think. Oop. Return, there is a contradiction. Yes. Okay. So I guess some of the input just kind of was wrong, or like it has the same. I didn't know that there could be bad input, but that's why. But that just makes this problem annoying. Some of these problems, I think it just, yeah, I guess they kind of do 2.03 and then 1.35 in the same hours, or maybe the inverse. I don't know. I mean, I think sometimes it is a little bit tricky to kind of mind read what these problem ones like. Is the interesting part, you know, this if statement? Probably not, right? This I should put on top so that it does the check before. Look, you know that I have to run it a few times. That's not it. Stop telling me. I know how to do it. Oof, another one. But yeah, I think that's the thing, right? Like, if you ask me what's the interesting part about this, I think the interesting part would be like this part, and not the if statements to check whether, you know. And some of that is a little bit mind reading. Some problems, you know, some problems are a little bit more just like they know what they want from you, so they ask you about those. And some problems are just like, oh yeah, you know, this is the interesting part of the problem, but we also want you to think about these weird edge cases that we didn't really think about. I didn't think about it, to be honest. So that's just me. But yeah, okay. Let's see, why is this wrong? So I think that there is a contradiction. But it does not appear that there is, they say. Dun, dun, dun. Do I print this out? Nope, it's in there. Or in here. That just seems like it is whatchamacallit? I mean, this seems like just a numerical thing. Maybe I just have to convert it to 6. I mean, that doesn't seem like, yeah, that would. Is 10 to the -5? Do I have this wrong? Am I just being weird? Because that's the thing, right? Like, it's clear why we're getting it wrong, and I don't know. Like, now we're getting some floating point things. I'm trying to think right now whether I should just like convert it to fractions or something, but I am lazy. This is just annoying, right? Like at what point? I mean, like I don't know how to mind read what they want from like with respect to rounding, because I don't really do anything funky with respect to lost positions, I don't think. I mean, this is pretty much it, but and this is saying that it is expecting 7-3, but it's getting you know, it's getting something very close, but not. Then, you know, like, I don't know, is it a relative error? No, it's an absolute difference, right? How would I fix it? I don't even know, to be honest. Without like really digging into it. I mean, okay, well, you could say that the core of this problem is done, but that you still have to figure out. I don't know, I don't really use any weird thing. I mean, maybe here is the only thing that is maybe sketch. There's no system tab. So, I don't know. Yeah, I think this is the only thing that may be sketch. But there's really no way around it, is there? I'm just going to look up Python high position things. I don't actually... I haven't done it in a while. Decimal? Is that going to actually help though? I don't think so, to be honest. I don't know that this is a thing. All right, let's take a look. Is that right? Is this is oh right, where's my no, why on these all decimals? Does this return a float? What? None of this should return a float. It's just none or not, right? That's actually a little bit unexpected. Is it this comparison? No, it's the multiplication, they say. But all these should be. Do I have to call them out explicitly? That'd be very weird. Subtraction between 4. Why? All of these are decimals, right? Do I assign them anywhere else? Oh, here. Wow. All right. Well. This is so silly. The problem is practically solved, but that's why I don't know. Do I have to do this? I thought you could just multiply 2 decimals and it'll give you a decimal. Like now I'm just being dumb. Like now I'm just like randomly putting things and hoping that it works, which is really not the way to go, and it still doesn't work, but which is not that surprising really. But I don't know that I know how to solve this in a I mean yeah, maybe there's just some like weird thing about this. I don't know, like I don't think my position should be that bad. Like I don't do anything that funky, right? I'm gonna get rid of all these decimals. Like I don't think I didn't think that infinity position. I mean, this is actually not infinity position, but I didn't think that would help anyway. But it definitely didn't really help. Oh, I didn't think that would help, but it really, like, I don't know, just even more complexity. Because I don't think that we are that bad on position. This is such a waste of my time. Just because this is such a, you know. I'm trying to see whether there's another way of writing it. I mean, most of this is not even, oh, wait, no, that's because it's before. Afterwards, it'll be, I don't get it. Well, not that I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, I mean, I guess I don't get it. I don't know how to make it so that these things kind of, you know. Yeah, what am I doing? Am I losing position somewhere? Is that why? But how? I'm not really saving it down in any weird way. This is just so weird. And there's no like easy way to debug this really. It's just like a random 2 things. Alright. Like What was M of IK? How come I don't have K? $18? Oh. Why is it? I guess maybe I am doing unnecessary assignments, because I now that I see it, this should not be that far away from 1, but I think it's because of this thing. So okay, so if M of IJ is not none, then no, this should only be there if it is none, not. Wow, that is some like weird awkward thing. Alright, well, still tell me that I'm an idiot, which is I guess the inverse of this is pretty big, so that's why I suppose the absolute value, the absolute error rather. It should be okay, I think. Maybe I can write something like maybe I could write something like this, just to kind of like, if one of them matches, it's fine. But this is kind of hacky as hey. But I guess it's my fault, because I keep on assigning stuff, and every time you do a multiplication and you store it on to the thing, you lose a little bit of position. But I think that's just like a limitation on the way that they have input, because they are only giving you 2 decimal points. So I think they have some like weird thing on there, and which made it so that this stops converging after a while. Still something that I should have been careful about, but it's still a mess. Anyway, this is going to be, but yeah, this is just, I don't know, this is a long video, but this is just Floyd-Warshall. Technically Floyd-Warshall, the way that I set it up, I guess it's Warshall's algorithm for transitive closure. Technically Floyd is for the shortest path, but yeah, it's going to be n cubed as a result for time, and n squared space, where n is actually not the number of equations, but the number of unique variables, but that actually scales with the number of equations. So it's still O of n, or well, O of n squared for space and O of n cubed for time as a result. And yeah, that's all I have for this one. Let me know what you think. A lot of silly, messy things, but it should be good. I don't know why I didn't. I meant this to be else anyway, because I don't know how it passed so many cases. This was actually a real bug, because if we only assign as a result of this, I guess that's fine. I don't know. No, that's not fine. I don't know how that passed. Because if we, like, let's say we have something like this. Does this pass? It shouldn't. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like something is wrong here. I'm not checking every possibility, but maybe it doesn't have, I don't know. I feel like the input's maybe a little bit weak. It feels if this is passable, to be honest. Though I don't know. Though maybe not. Maybe it is just not possible to have a stronger case, because the way that this breaks down is if you have a a chain of 3 things that don't equal to one thing. But I guess in that case, that means that a subset of that means that, you know, in the route of 3, 2 of them are wrong or something like this. But that's kind of ridiculous to figure out. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know that I know. Like that I would have known without doing it. So yeah, but knowing this fact though, you can probably optimize this a little bit further to get it down. But I don't know. That's all I have for today though. That's so yeah, stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye bye.